Welcome back to Coffee, Cocks, and Cooking with the Conspiracy Chicks. I don't know about you, but everything feels extremely fake lately. Fake kindness, fake outrage, fake healing, fake love. Social media turned real life into performance art. So let's talk about it. No filters and no pretending. I'm here with Chuck and Brandy today. It's just the three of us now. Michi has stepped back to focus on life, and we wish her all the best in all her new endeavors. So let's get into it. We're going to talk about all the fakeness of social media.
Where do we even start?
There's so much of it. It's social media has made it very easy for people, like people say keyboard warriors or people to hide who they really are with fake kindness, fake sweetness. And we all know people like that, right?
Yep. The ones that are always preaching about peace and unity and stuff are the ones that are the most devious.
I would agree with that. Like, I find that, yeah, the people that are like, oh, we need to band together are usually the ones like behind the scenes creating fucking bullshit and controversy.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Not all of them, obviously, but like, I find that, yeah, those ones that are like, we need to all get along are usually like the ones that are shit talking in the background.
And can't get along.
Exactly. And everybody's always the problem and they never do anything wrong and all the stuff and all the things. And it's like, I mean, if you're the common denominator in all the issues, like you probably should ask yourself why that is.
Yep.
I think a lot of it too is just egos. Everybody thinks they're better than everybody else. And, you know, behind the screen, you can say and do and act however you want.
Yeah.
And not just screens.
Absolutely.
But I don't understand because I think the three of us are very much what you see on screen is what you get in real life. But I don't understand why more people aren't like that. Like, I don't understand why you pretend to be something you're not.
Obviously, they're very insecure, and I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. Like, if you're not secure in yourself and in your own life and in your own skin, then that's going to project onto social media, right? Because that desire for uh the need to be liked, and you're just going to portray whatever you think that people want to see and want to hear because you're not confident and secure in your own skin and your own life or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's all
I
about
find social
acceptance.
media has jaded me. Like,
Pardon?
social media has jaded me. I've never been so untrusting of people since social media, since basically more or less the last year in particular.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's the people that tell the subtle lies, the little lies that not everybody will pick up on is like their their tell. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? Like, as soon as they tell that little fib, you know that they're fibbing about the bigger things,
Yeah.
right? And you can see it
For sure.
in the way they speak, the way they handle themselves.
Let's talk about people who don't call out that behavior too. And encourage the behavior. Like,
Yeah.
let's
See,
say
like,
somebody's extremely overweight. And then they're talking to their friends and they're like, oh, I'm going to the gym and I'm doing this. And everybody's like, you look fabulous. And they do this for like a year or two and they don't lose like 5 pounds, but everybody's like, oh my God, you're doing so good. And it's like, why are you telling them lies? I understand that there's a point of not hurting feelings, but I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those things where, like, I think a lot of people just want to see the best in people, and like they've almost tricked themselves and gaslit themselves into believing that what that person is saying is true. Like, and let's be honest, like, you know me and my husband have been together for like fucking 18 years now, 19 years, and like we're still learning about each other. And I think that's the biggest problem with social media is like you engage with somebody's content for, a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever, and you think you know that person. And we kind of touched a little bit on the parasocial relationships in a previous episode where, these people build this connection with these strangers on the internet and then come to find out that, oh, well, maybe they're not who they say they are. And like, maybe it takes, 3, 5, 10 years to figure it out. But like, it all comes down to, like people are just way too trusting of what other people are telling them. And like, I mean, it's normal to tell white lies. We can't say that we don't. Like, we're all human. But at the same time, like Mandy said, like there's certain things that like you I can't comprehend the reason behind that little white lie. Like what are you expecting to gain from saying that little white lie? Like I try not to, but I mean, like, let's be honest. We're all human. So like, like there's been times where, Chuck's been like, "Oh, how does this look?" I'm like, it looks all right." But like most of the time I'm like, no. Don't ever do that again."
Yeah, but I don't know why I'm taking fashion advice from somebody who lives in a hoodie.
It's facts, right? So there's also that, right? But
Those are harmless white lies. Those are white lies that
Mhm.
are like going to benefit your friend,
Right.
right? It's not going to be detrimental unless she really looks ridiculous and you're not being honest.
Right.
Oh, if I looked ridiculous, she would fucking tell me I look
I would,
ridiculous.
yeah. I'm like, get those fucking high boots off with that short skirt. You look stupid. Don't ever do that again.
I think it was a long skirt.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was a long skirt and high boots. I'm like, no,
I was
we're
thinking
not doing
about that the other day, and I was thinking, I'm wearing the long dress with the big boots. I like it.
You do you, boo.
that, right?
Yeah,
But I'm gonna tell you, you look stupid. Don't do that.
that's okay. That's okay. And I'll tell you to wash your hair.
I'm due, actually.
But yeah, so speaking of that, bullying, right?
Mm,
You get like these people on their high horses that go on the internet and bash everybody they can think of. But in real life, would one of those people ever come to your face and say it?
absolutely
Nope.
not.
No.
And see, like so like I'm on social media. So I originally came on to like TikTok, not so much Facebook. Like I think everybody just joined Facebook because that was like the new thing, right? But like I came on to to TikTok, because we were all locked down during COVID. There was nothing to do, and you doom scroll and you try, and then you find these people that have similar beliefs, and and then you kind of build a connection with these people because you have similar beliefs. But like and now, like I've switched my focus from over the last 2 years, I guess, from political content to just like everyday life content, because I just got tired of the redundantness of like people posting the same shit about the same political fucking corruption and all the stuff and all the things. And like, I mean, if you choose to do that, that's fine. I will support you, but like that's just not, it's not my niche anymore. So I don't participate in that kind of stuff, and that's my choice. But at the same time, like I have a kind of an issue with people who make their entire platforms about calling out other people's shitty behavior. Like, let's be honest, we're all fucking adults here. Well, most of us on the apps are all fucking adults here. You don't think we don't know that we're maybe not acting in the best manner, like, and having shitty fucking behavior? So like I don't see the point of being a grown ass adult calling out other grown ass adults behavior for being shitty. Like I can't comprehend that, because like I'm very self-aware, and maybe that's why. Like, I'm very self-aware. So if I act out of pocket, I think about it later and I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that, or I probably shouldn't have done that. Do I care? No. Am I going to apologize? No. But at the same time, I don't need another grown ass adult saying, hey, tisk, that's bad behavior. Like, I already know that. Like, I don't care, but I already know.
And those
You know
ones,
what I mean?
those ones screaming and doing that are the ones that are doing some of the worst behavior on the fucking internet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very self-aware of my actions and my words and stuff like that. And yeah, I say out of pocket shit and I do out of pocket, well, maybe not so much do out of pocket shit, but like, but I'm also very aware and I don't need another grown-ass adult telling me, "Oh, you need to be held accountable for your words." Go fucking cry harder. Space can't hear you. I'm aware of my shitty fucking mouth and my shitty fucking behavior. Like, fuck off. I don't need another grown ass adult telling me. But
That would
I
just
also
make me
don't
want to double down.
exactly. But like I don't make clapback videos. Like if somebody makes an ignorant comment to me, I just fucking delete it and carry on because like I don't want that type of negative connotation around me. Like, like I know.
Plus,
Like I
they
don't
can't
need you to tell me.
they can't fight with you if you're not fighting. Like if you
Mhm.
just don't engage, they have nothing else to do. What can they do if you're not engaging?
Exactly. Like, oh, they can keep running their mouth, and like we all know there's a group of people on there that still are talking about shit from like 5, 6 years ago, and it's like, let it go.
Every day.
I know. Like, I can't imagine investing that much time and energy out of my life calling out another grown adult for their shitty fucking behavior when they're participating in shitty fucking behavior as well. Like it's so hypocritical to me and I shake my head.
And it's everywhere.
It is. It is. Like I
You
don't
know,
get
like for
why.
example, we all know somebody's live that happens every day, and there's people in there that can pick on and bully
Mm,
people, and that's perfectly acceptable. But if you call them out on that behavior, that's not acceptable. To me,
right.
that is what I mean by like the fake internet,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Well,
They're
and
so fake.
that's
Sorry, but yeah, they're so
what.
fake that they're sitting in there bashing and making fun of people, but then they turn around and say, "Oh no, you can't do that. Don't do that. Why are you being mean? Be kind." Make like, no, bitch.
It makes me shake my head so much because I'm just like you
But
don't
you're
even you
so
don't
right in
even
a real life
realize.
situation. Like if let's say all these people were in one room, are they going to act like that? I don't know. You guys tell me because you guys actually have interacted with people off the internet. So is it different? Like when you're all in a big group, do they act different?
I have met a lot of people, and
Right.
only a small handful of them were super fucking fake. Like, we're not what they portrayed. We're not who we thought they were. For the most part, every like our group that's still the group, we're all real people. We've weeded
Yeah.
out so far. We've weeded out the bad.
Hmm.
There's just a few stragglers left. People just need to
Yeah.
realize that those stragglers are so distracting. Seeing my chair in Chuck's kitchen.
Yeah, I
But
just
it's not just the internet, too. I mean, if you know, I don't know about you guys, but this, since the new year started, you know how, like, in the intro there, I said everything feels fake, fake kindness, fake. Like, that's an actual feeling I've gotten from so many people saying the same thing, that everything feels different and
yeah.
off. And you can feel it in people's behavior. You can sense it in them that they're showing that, like, those true colors. They can't hold it
Yeah.
back anymore. So, like, their fakeness is like failing them.
Yeah.
I
Well,
felt
and
a huge shift.
I also felt a shift in 2026 too. But you're right, it's just like after so long of like talking to these people and engaging with these people, it just seems like yeah, their masks are slipping and you're finally seeing them for who they are and like fucking Oscar nomination for some of them,
Yeah.
because like you did a good job, but yeah, what are you just? It's almost like they're just forgetting their lies at this point because they've been telling them for so long that they're now like contradicting themselves, and it's yeah, Like, and I'm also seeing like a lot of people that, you know, were really good friends for the last, you know, 3, 4, 5 years. Um, you know, and now they're like, oh yeah, well, we're not speaking anymore because, you know, like whatever, XYZ. But yeah, like I'm seeing a lot of long-term friendships deteriorating because of that fake persona or that social media.
He just wants to contribute. It's okay. He's got something to say. Maybe he's got fake friends.
Yeah, it probably
Listen,
does.
people will enjoy this. For anybody who doesn't know, Brandy lives on a farm and she's recording outside today because it's beautiful out and her rooster wants to talk. So
Yeah, he's like, I agree, I agree, I agree.
But Chuck, you've had instances where fakeness has shown up in your community and horribleness.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
I sure have. I certainly hope they listen to this podcast episode.
Then you should tell us the whole story.
I have had friends down here that I thought were my friends for the last 6 years. And I should have known better because there was a few things that were red flags where they like would go bouts without speaking to me for a little while and stuff, but then come around, oh, you know, you do this work for us and we'll do this for you. And it's a good exchange. I love that about that, right? But then the second somebody new moves into the community, and this has been like the third time, and they're not getting any more chances with me. Somebody new moves into the community, because everybody who's moving into the community are coming from like Ontario, where they're selling their houses for like $1 million, then buying cheap here. So they have like money to burn. These friends will flock to them. And if those people don't like me, then forget about it. I'm just, even if the people are groomers, narcissists, and drunks.
We don't want to be friends with those people anyways, for the record.
Does anybody truly need friends though, if you think about it? Because I don't know, maybe it's just me. I am very comfortable being alone.
Me too. I love the comfort of being alone. And, you know, from the last few years of being, I'm very trusting and I'm very open minded and my heart is too big. So I trust everybody and I help everybody. And the last few years, I got fucked over so many times that it's now made me like hard.
Jaded.
Yeah. And I've never been hard
Yeah.
in my life. Now, when somebody comes to me and they're like, I need help and this, and I'm like, oh, enjoy. Like,
Yeah.
I've gotten
And
hard.
I feel that, and I think all of us can agree, you know, I wouldn't say it was an explosion, but like, you know, you get to the point where you're just like, no, no thanks.
Yeah, enough is
No
enough.
fucking thanks you. You know, but I've always been so like I'm kind of that weird human. Like I I give no fucks, but I do. Like, if that makes sense. Like, if you're my people, I will fucking go hard. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna make any clapback videos on your behalf because, like, you perpetuate
Childish.
right, but you perpetuate bullshit on the internet, expect it to be reciprocated, and you're responsible for your own actions and your own words. So, like, I would never be like, you know, on someone's behalf. But like in real life, like if you're faced with a fucking situation, I will help you deal with it, but I'm not going to be a social media justice warrior. Like I'm just
And
not going to do that for you.
that's how I met Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like but you know what I mean? Like but that's just me. That's just how but like if I actually give a fuck about you, then I will go hard for you. But at the same time, I'm also like I can disassociate real quick. Like if you fuck me over, like you're dead to me. Like that moment, you're fucking dead to me, right? Like I could love you my entire life and then you fuck me over and I'm just like, no, I'm done. See you the fuck later. But that's again, that's just me. And that's where that zero fucks given or like I don't give a fuck comes from. Because like ultimately the grand scheme of things is I just don't fucking care. But if I have a connection with you, then I will go fucking hard.
But right
And
off the bat,
so,
though, you had my back. You like
yeah,
we became pretty fast friends, and like almost right off. And you didn't go to like to bat for me, but you would like both of
subtle,
you. We would
subtle.
say little things.
I'm very passive aggressive in that way, but yeah, like, but I'm not like, again, I'm not gonna make clapback videos at people about whatever situation, but I'll throw jabs in there, 110%. Like, and I'll give no fucks about it. Like, I threw jabs the other day. I'm like, oh, new people, not a fan of you, not a fan of you. I thought I smelled AIDS. Like, but that's just,
That's what I was just about to say. I'm like, and you said, I smell AIDS.
well, I mean, you say you like to frequent strip clubs in Edmonton. I thought I smelled AIDS. Like, you know what I mean? But like, but I'm also very not overly trusting at the first, like, first, and that, like, and I mean, I get it. Like, people like you, Mandy, like, you want to see the best in people all the fucking time. And unfortunately, people will show you their best at first until they gain your trust, and then that's when you notice. So like, I'm very untrusting at the beginning, but then once I get to know you more, whatever, then I'm more trusting of you.
I was very, very trusting, and Matt would tell me that all the time. And you even told me that, Brandy, when we first
Mhm.
met. You're too trusting. Stop
Mhm.
trusting everybody.
Mhm.
And it's true because everybody, yeah, people burn you.
You know what I've
Yeah,
noticed? Like
they
the
do.
majority of people who pretend or try to be your friend have their own agenda. They're not in it
Mhm.
because they're authentic.
Right.
And I've
Yeah.
been watching it happen more and more online. You know, these people kind of puffing themselves up to make themselves look more than what they are, and then giving away the fact that they're not that. I just hate watching people in live that are fake as fuck, try to convince people that they're king shit when they're the
Yeah.
farthest fucking from it, just because they're spoiled little shits with miserable lives.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
I think what I've learned is that if you want to find a real friend and you want to know if it's genuine or not, take fucking jabs at each other and see what happens. Because I find the friends that are like, because I had this
Mhm.
one friend and she was just like, oh my God, that's my sister and I love her. And she would just go on and blow smoke up my ass. Maybe that's why I was friends with her for so long and couldn't see it because she was just so friendly with me all the time.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
find you guys will just be mean to me. And then I just I either get over it or I don't.
yeah. But like, eh, I don't like, and maybe it's just me, and maybe it's because I've been jaded and jilted so many fucking times. I don't seek out friendships. Like, I don't. Like, I let friendships happen organically, and I don't portray. I try not to portray it. Like, but again, we're all human. We all, whatever. But like, I don't try and portray myself as somebody I'm not. Like, I am who I am, and if I'm gonna tell you to fuck off, you either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
You know.
Do you like me or you don't like me?
Right. And like, at the end of the day, I find the most organic friendships are the ones that happen naturally. The
Yeah.
best friendships are the ones that happen naturally, where, you shoot the shit about something as stupid as fucking black cocks. We're talking about chickens. But, and then you go on from there, right? Like, and that's because, like, I mean, you and I, Chuck, we kind of had our little, I wouldn't even say it was a tiff. It was more like, oh, well, I don't really like your vibe and you don't really like my vibe. And, but then you meet at a common ground, and then you realize, oh, well, maybe this person's not so bad, you know?
Oh, are you talking about long, long time ago? Yeah, I didn't know you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You thought I was a fucking bitch. And I mean, that's fair. That
Well, your
checks.
your face was a little bitchy. I was like, I don't know if I want to talk to her.
Yeah. But, it's one of those things where, yeah, I find the best friendships are the ones that happen out of the blue when you're not expecting them, and not portraying yourself to be this A plus fucking citizen, fucking, oh, I'm a social justice warrior. Meh, meh, meh. Like, fuck off. I don't want to hear any of it.
Real friendships you should be able to be real with, right? Like you should be able to have conflict, have disagreements, pick on each other, bully each other, and just laugh about it at the end of the day.
Yeah, because if you think about it, especially with women, we want to call it a sisterhood. Well, would real sisters blow smoke up their ass every day?
Nope.
No. Real sisters are fucking mean.
That's why I'd rather be part of a coven than a sisterhood. Because
Well, and
witches
it
are
comes down
bitches.
to like sibling rivalry, right? Like, I don't get along with my sisters. I barely even speak to my sisters. But like, if they say they had a problem, I'd be like, all right, well, let's fucking deal with it. Except for my one, she's a little fucky. But
I only have the one brother, and we only speak a couple times a year.
I'm good with both my brother and sister.
What would Brandy say? How does it feel to be God's favorite?
Well, I'm the oldest, so they're like my little babies. I helped raise them.
My brother is my little big brother. He's my older brother who I've taken care of my whole life because he's my little brother.
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up actually, because I think a lot of it too, this fake persona that people portray, I think a lot of it has to do with how they were raised. Like, if they had a silver spoon up their ass and were told all the time that, they're the best kid in the world and blah, 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 and, they got their participation trophies, that reflects in their real life, right? Like, you can tell people who've never struggled a day in their life and people who have struggled. And, it's like, if you're being self-aware and watching, you can definitely see, who was handed that silver platter with that silver spoon and who wasn't. And I find the people who were handed that silver platter and that silver spoon, they're the most pretentious because they don't understand what it's like to struggle or to fail or, to have that hardship in their lives. And they just think everybody is just all hunky dory and all this other shit.
And
And
then
now they're
better.
raising their kids to be the exact same way.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And they know everything, and they're always right. But here, let me check
Yeah.
Google.
Even Google's wrong. Like, even Google tells you the COVID vaccine is good for you. So, like,
Mm-hmm. Don't trust the
let's
Google.
be be ever so fucking for real.
And then silence.
Sorry, I had an itchy forehead.
We're reflecting on our words.
We're checking our behavior.
Taking accountability. No, I'm gonna be an asshole no matter what. That's why, like, it kills me when people are like, "Oh, it's the new year, new me." No, I'm gonna be the same asshole at 12:01 that I was at 11:49 or 11:59. Fuck off. Like,
The funny thing is, though, is that the three of us are actual assholes. And I'm just going to say it. We are well liked. Whether they like to admit it or not, we are very well liked by many circles. We're very well not liked in many circles, but
yeah, I would agree with that.
how many times have you been
Balance.
told, oh, I wish I could just say what you say? Say
Ugh,
it. Say all the things. At
more.
least you're being honest.
I'd probably be a millionaire. I would probably be a millionaire.
Why would you
I'd
be
rather
willing?
listen to somebody who is rough around the edges than somebody who is blatantly fake.
Yeah,
I cannot keep my mouth shut around people that are fake or lie. As soon as somebody tells a lie, I'm going to step in because I don't know, you can call it justice warrior. I don't think that's what it is. I just hate a lie, especially if it's something that there's no point in telling.
Yeah, I think what it's coming down to, because I feel more like that now more than ever. I think what it's coming down to is that we're so infiltrated by lies through like our governments and all the powers that be. Like, why are we going to do it within just like they want what we want, but then they're doing exactly what they say they don't want by doing the lies and stuff. So it's like if we're gonna call everybody out, we're gonna call every fucking buddy out. I don't hear
You
anything.
hear chicken?
yeah, the rooster was carrying on, so I just muted real quick.
Chicken just woke
Yeah,
up. You
like,
can
I
speak.
mean, I mean, when it comes to like calling out lies per se, like, it depends on like the nature of the lie. Like if it's something as, petty as, oh, I went to whatever yesterday and meanwhile they were like sitting on TikTok live all day. Like certain things I just don't see the point of putting energy into by calling out, but like other things like I'm just like, yeah, no, not a fan of that. Fuck you, you know? But like, yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on the nature of the lie would determine whether or not I call it out. Because again, like, do I want to put energy into something that's gonna somebody that's gonna put out something that's such a stupid thing to fucking lie about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I self reflect and go, okay, well, is it even worth calling this out? Is it worth putting my time and energy into it? Probably not. So then I'll just like whatever, you know.
Stupidity drives me nuts, though, and that's the one I just can't.
Yeah.
If you say something
Yeah.
stupid, I'm going to be like, why are you fucking stupid? That is stupid. Don't be fucking stupid. It just comes out. I can't help it.
Verbal diary. Have you always been like this?
When it
Or is
comes,
it worse now
when it comes to stupidity,
when it comes to everything?
oh, I've always been like that, but it's progressively getting worse.
Yeah, because yeah, we're in our 40s. I feel it too.
Mhm.
It's,
Well, and
it's
I think
enraging
it's
almost.
I think it's too because like we're picking up on it more now, right? Because we have been jilted and we have been jaded. So like I find like like especially the three of us, right? We're more hyperly aware. That's probably not even the right word, but I feel like we're more consciously aware of the fuckery that is ensuing and like surrounding us, right? And it's just like whether you take that as face value or you're going to call it out for what it is, right?
Yeah.
I think it's because we're sitting back and we're paying more attention, right?
Yeah.
We're literally, because I mean, we talk about it all the time. We watch now, right? We watch
Yeah.
everybody. So we're seeing it more because we're paying more attention.
Mhm. Well, yeah, and like subliminal messaging, right? Like you don't realize until people point it out, and like that. What was it? That movie was the number 23 or something.
Mm,
Where you don't realize something until somebody points it out to you, and then yeah, you become fixated on it or hyper focused on it or whatever, and then you're noticing it a lot more as you get older, right?
true that. But yeah, that being said, another side of the fakeness is you notice with social media, everybody jumps on the latest bandwagon.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
complete fake outrage on everything but what's important in the world. Like
It's,
Black Lives Matter, this, that, everybody's jumping on board to the next new fancy trend.
yeah.
Oh, the new trend is we all hate ICE. This is for the United States, but it fucking trickles into Canada. It's weird.
It makes no sense. And how
Yeah.
anybody can hate an agency that's literally hunting down pedophiles and criminals is mind blowing.
Mm,
But what if you each their
yeah.
own? But it's trendy. People, and to me, that's like a telltale sign of fakeness. That they're doing
Yeah,
it for
like
the attention.
100%, right? Like, and again, like I'm all for, like absolutely people can support more than one thing at any given time, and that's fine. But I mean, like, just maybe do your research before you, jump on
But are
whatever.
you are you supporting it because you believe in it? Or are you supporting it because everybody's supporting it? There's a big difference there.
Right, right. I'm one of those people that loves to go against the grain, right? So if you're going to tell me to support something, I most likely am not going to.
Yeah,
You know, like, and again, like if we want to go back to the parasocial relationships and then this ostrich cult bullshit, like that was another thing that was trendy. And it's like if you're going to go hard for government overreach of the CFIA, then go hard for everybody, not just one specific farm, right? Like, where was the outrage, a few years ago when that farm in Fraser Valley lost fucking 60,000 fucking birds? Like, okay, so they weren't ostriches, but I mean, and then, like, that other farm shortly after the whole ostrich bullshit, critterate or whatever. Like, where was your outrage for that farm? Like, I didn't see anybody talk about that and the outreach there. But, like, why? Why? If you're going to go hard and say the CFIA is government overreach, then you go hard for everybody. And if I don't want to go hard for everybody, then I'm just not going to support that specific thing. It just is what it is.
It's only because it's trendy and it gets them the likes, it gets them the clicks, and it gets them the views. They have
Yeah.
no interest in the actual thing itself. They're just like, ooh, if I post about ostriches, I'm going to get all the likes,
Yeah.
all the attention.
That's a weird thing for me too on social media is like people who go live and they're like subscribe, click that screen or tap that. What do they say? Tap that screen, subscribe, send gifts so I can get some wine later. I'm like, what? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, that's one thing I never understood about social media is why people blatantly seek out validation from strangers on the internet. Like, it is a weird concept to me. Like, when I post a video, I'm shocked if it gets 100 views, because I'm like, oh, there's 100 people that watch this, that's cool. But, like, there's people that are just like, oh my god, this video didn't do as well as I thought it would.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you
However, for
seeking?
an exception for that though would be like, um, if you have a business and you're trying to grow your business page, that's disappointing. You want to get that out there. Or if you have a
Right.
cause and you want to get your cause out there and it's not growing as quickly as maybe you'd like it to,
Right. Right.
but like a
But, like,
real cause, not a fake cause.
right. Right. And, like, but again, too, like, seeking validation from strangers on the internet is a weird fucking concept to me. Like, are you that miserable in your own life that, like, you're reliant on other people to like you? Like, it's a weird concept to me. Very weird.
That is what it is. They have nothing in their own real lives that can amuse them long enough. They need the internet and all that validation.
Yeah. I've never really understood that either because even in like real life, I went to high school with girls who would just blatantly lie about things and I never ever did that. And I wasn't like well liked or anything. And I got picked on because I was too skinny and I was poor and stuff like that. But I never had low self-esteem ever in my life. And I don't know why. And I try to tell my daughter that, like, why, like, I don't know, like, you're fine. You're fine. Why are you caring what everybody else thinks?
But again, I think that goes back to how you were raised, right? So you didn't have the
Right.
silver spoon up your ass. You didn't have that silver platter with everything given to you, and you had to work and do all the things to get what you wanted and to be who you wanted to be. And again, it shows in the people who've had that silver spoon, and they're the ones that, I feel need that validation from strangers on the internet, right? Like, fuck, I was a fucking asshole in high school. Like, I was a mean girl, but, like, not in a clique, right? Like, I didn't give a fuck about anything ever. I was there to do a job, and that's how I am in the workplace too. I'm here to do a job. I'm not here to make friends with you. And I think that's the biggest thing for me is, I'm not out here trying to make friends. I'm not out here trying to seek validation from strangers on the internet. You either like me or you don't, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm not going to lose sleep about it.
I think the key is to be your child's first bully.
Well, that and our kids nowadays, like especially like your kids' age, social media is a huge influence in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
They
is.
they look up to all these fake creators that make them feel less than. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well,
it's
and, like,
detrimental to kids' health nowadays.
Absolutely. And like, you know, like you see all these Victoria's Secret models and all these fucking influencers that look absolutely flawless and their skin is flawless and they're gorgeous and they're skinny and they're, you know, and then but I mean that's been an ongoing thing since fucking TV, you
Yeah,
know?
it has been. Like, remember in the 90s, like being super skinny was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, these people grow up with, you know, fucking eating disorders and stuff because they want to look like that Victoria's Secret model and they
And
want
then the
to.
Kardashians came out where, oh no, you want big boobs and a big butt, but a teeny little waist.
Yeah, but again, like that's all plastic. So, you know, it's not reality.
And the thing is too, is like up until you get into your like late 30s, into your 40s, then you realize like that is unrealistic. And then you start to see women differently. Like, I think you two are more beautiful than anybody I'd see on TV.
That's because we recognize as we get older the realness opposed to the fakeness,
Yeah.
right? There's more beauty in something that's real than it is overly plastic and operated on,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, yeah, and like I find too the people that are most attractive are the ones that, you know, have that self-confidence and have that self-awareness and have that je ne sais quoi, I guess, of I don't even know what that means, but it sounded right. Um
Good word.
we'll ask Tammy later. She's French. Um you know, but
It was right.
I find them more beautiful and like their personalities and their attitudes and how they interact with people and how they treat people. That's more attractive to me than somebody's visual appearance, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking asshole and I'm an asshole to people and sometimes I treat people like shit, but like, you need to ask yourself why I'm treating you like shit. You know, like
Oh,
if I'm treating you like shit, you've probably done something to make me treat you like shit. But like if you come to me bawling your eyes out because you're having a rough day because something happened or you know whatever, then I will be there and I will be that shoulder that you need to cry on, but at the same time I'm going to tell you the hard truths and I'm going to be like, well, maybe you probably shouldn't have done this or you probably shouldn't have done that. And but at the end of the day, how you treat people reflects how I'm going to treat you, essentially. You know, like, and yeah, everybody has their bad days and everybody fucking, you know, talks shit and whatever and gossips and all the things because we're human. But at the same time, like, if you're just blatantly a fucking belligerent fucking asshole and an ignorant piece of shit, then you're going to get that energy back.
That's the way it should be.
Hmm. What do they
yeah.
say?
And I
Matching energy.
people are always like, oh, don't shame people for their looks and stuff. But I will. I will. I will if you're a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
For no other reason. Because I would never shame somebody based on how they look if they're not a fucking cunt. Because if you're mean to me, I will be so mean back.
Yeah.
You stop.
I dropped my phone. We'll cut that out.
Husband,
Blooper. No, we
stop.
won't cut that.
Husband stripping.
I was gonna ask if husband has his dick out. Because you're like,
It's not appropriate.
It's very appropriate.
you need to cut
Yeah.
That
these
is
last
the
2 minutes
that
out.
is the epitome of not fake.
He's literally behind the ring light just taking his belt off.
Perfect. But yeah, like again too, like at the end of the day, yeah. Like I said, I'm an asshole and I will be an asshole, but at the same time, like I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet. You know? And I'm just gonna match your energy. If you're gonna be a belligerent piece of shit to somebody who's got, you know, maybe some mental disabilities or physical disabilities, then, you know, if that's how you're going to treat vulnerable people, then I'm just going to be a blatant fucking dick to you.
I think that's a water sign thing because Cancers and Pisces are very similar to all, like, we match energy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to fuck around, you're going to find out.
Yeah. Oh, we know a couple people who fucked around and found out. Mm-hmm.
But I'm an earth sign. But water is all around the earth.
That is true. I
On
know
that,
either.
on that note, I think that was a good conversation. That was fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So next week we're going to be covering serial killers.
Canadian serial killers to boot.
Mm-hmm.
There's
The
a
good
lot
ones.
more than you think, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot more than you think.
Yep. So
That's going to be a fun episode.
it's going to be very fun. So we will see you next Tuesday for serial killers. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Happy day. Thanks for listening.